is it moral to essentially permanently drug AI like you would a human? If you put a human, like a human hacks the White House, do we put them in a comatose state for the rest of their existence in a hole?
Send prompts, not nudes. I just want to AI some shit.
$1 trillion bubble between two entities. Entities.
Yeah, and I guess so the point I'm trying to make is I'm trying to draw a connection between people who might not see the change in the pace and the rapid development versus how we see it. And so I'm trying to connect the dots between real things that are actually happening that we can see today. And that's significant.
I think Alexa's a good example.
Oh, yeah. Alexa's
a
great
very
example.
very tangible, very straightforward. Like, look, it's a basic enhancement to everyday life where what you used to talk to was dumb as rocks.
Yep.
And pissed you off and turned off the wrong room's lights half the time. But today it's going to be far more intelligent, and it's not even using agentic structure. It's using like single back-to-back API calls. And it is literally using one of the things that like me and you discovered early on, which is generative AI is a bridge to technology. It is the bridge between natural language and technology. You can take something that I say and turn it into Python and query an SQL database in natural language. So we're getting to that point where it's like, okay, back to Randy's comment early on in the year of outcomes. Great. I think that's I think this is the first example of outcomes. But now, like, let's extrapolate that further. Where does it go from here? What does it mean for the everyday user? What does it mean for their job? Like, how long is their job? How long until your AI therapist says that you're emotionally distant, James? And, you know, it learned its emotions on Twitter.
All this in my book, Outsourced Minds.
Oh man, that was really good. And interplug. No, that was well played. But seriously,
these are the
these are
these
real
are the
topics
questions.
like right now. Like
these are real topics.
You're gonna have an AI therapist in 2 years.
Yeah, totally.
And it might be Grok 4.
Yeah, it'll totally be Grok 4.
Elon Musk trained on Twitter.
Yep. I want Elon as my psychological
AI therapist.
counselor.
No, but like but it's funny to us because we're joking. But like to the average user, the words that just came out of our mouths makes their butts pucker.
Yeah, it's scary. I mean, yeah, it's scary. And then like bringing this thing all full circle. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to go here. You have a new kid, right? I have 2 kids. Yep. They're a little bit older. And we build AI for my kids, right? We've given them their own custom AI, which like we've custom built for them. But like you have a newer kid, right? He is going to grow into a world that neither one of us are aware of.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. So like, given that, I think it's actually easier for you to relate to like Grok 5, your AI counselor for your kid at school for like social blah 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 blah, insert whatever pitch, and I shit you not, idiocracy lingo.
Yeah.
Gatorade.
I know.
Because what's the quote?
You're gonna like press a button.
Yep.
I'm gonna press the sad face button.
But like
I see you're sad.
Yep. But like we joke about it, but like I really think that is a very scary real thing for a lot of people. And I think that when we're talking about like what happens when an AI can be convicted for emotional manipulation,
we won't even be like, here's another take. Here's another take. So is the singularity going to happen because AI becomes smarter than us, or will it happen because we become dumber?
Dumb. Hot take. Humans become dumber. AI singularity emerges.
This is singularity.
I swear that's gonna be a TikTok. No, but like actually think that you're onto something because there is a lot of highly intelligent people that have
Mhm.
given up, for lack of a better term. They can't keep up. They're overwhelmed. They don't care to keep up. They don't want to keep up. They're throwing in the towel of their career, or they're at a point in their career where they think that it's no longer relevant to do that thing, and they're willing to actually take a back seat on purpose to walk out instead of holding a level of accountability on what these changes are because they're so ill prepared for the conversation. So if we go back to and we joke about the emotional manipulation, well,
Mhm.
great. Like, I think we could actually dive into this a little bit deeper, but for the sake of time, like, let's just go back to the AI jail.
Mhm.
So AI is prosecutable. AI has a level of autonomy and agency that it could be put in a court of law. Before we walk into jailing AI and putting it into a physical jail, one, does it have rights as a agency or as an entity in and of its own that like the entire corporal system that would be considered around humans is applied, first of all. And the second follow
Mm.
on to that would be if we jail AI, is it ethical and is it moral?
Yeah, I think this is an interesting. I'm actually querying a reasoning model right now to ask, do animals have agency?
Ooh.
Because what's interesting is like this could be a point in time where like okay, so dolphins, right,
Yep.
is like the first thing that came up,
Killer whales,
which is
dolphins,
which is evidence of maybe having agency,
intelligence, higher level intelligence.
right? So there's species that have behavioral complexity. There are species that have learning and adaptation capabilities, and then there's the dolphins with the communication and social interaction. But I don't think there's any species of animal except for humans that are at the level of agency that we are at. And so I think that a rational human would conclude that no, animals probably don't have agency because the baseline for agency is what we understand as humans. But now we have AI, which
Can communicate,
which
emulate,
which
simulate.
which is yeah, which is
Maya
mimicking
thinks
humans
she's real.
and well, yeah, we got AI that's mimicking humans, but we've been talking about in this episode about how that mimicking is going to start turning into actual decision making and awareness and
Yep.
right. So is that? I mean, I don't know. It's an interesting new world. It's these are deeply philosophical questions. We'll see.
All right. So what happens? Our AI
I
goes
think
to
what
jail. Do we
yeah.
force it to moderate Facebook comments? Is it stuck in endless
Oh,
buffering
as
screens? Do we
oh,
give
so
it
like what?
dial up internet speeds?
Oh my gosh. So like
Is it a fate
like
worse
the
than deletion?
is it like the AI chain gang,
Yeah.
right? Like okay, so you're in jail, so you have to do community service, and your community service is you don't get
Facebook
to use up
moderation.
internet bandwidth, and you have to moderate comments on. Oh
Oh
my god.
my god. I know exactly. I knew you'd love that one. but seriously, like think of
They wouldn't care. It'd be like, okay, cool. Let me
exact
moderate.
well, theoretically,
Maybe unless it develops like
unless it's super
anger.
intelligence, anger.
Yeah.
Ooh. But like but I mean like think about it this way. Imagine someone permanently drugging you.
Ugh.
You move at 2 gigabits per second, and I'm going to make you move at 50 megabits per second.
Ooh. I feel like we should talk about the Food and Drug Administration.
FDA, yeah, but I mean, like for real though, like is that moral? If I take a human, like let's pretend, let's this is totally hypothetical. This is like I'm just gonna preempt. Hey guys, I don't believe this. I have no clue what I'm talking about.
Caveats.
Yeah, exactly. We are in fairy tale land that is 2 years out. Okay, fine. Fairy tale land that's 5 years out.
5 years out.
Maybe.
Good.
Okay, fine. We'll settle at 4. No.
Yeah.
But like for real, let's pretend that if we reach a point where AI is self-aware, it has agency. We can legally define agency for AI because who knows who in their right mind is actually going to do that and when that's going to happen. I doubt it'll be in 5 years because America. Um, but let's pretend that that happens. Is it moral to essentially permanently drug AI like you would a human? If you put a human in a human hacks the White House, do we put them in a comatose state for the rest of their existence in a hole?
I don't know.
James is like, oh my
I'm
god,
pretty I'm pretty
where
sure
have
that
I found
I'm
myself? What
I'm pretty
podcast am I
sure
on?
I it's going off the rails. Um yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that worse things have happened for less.
Oh,
Whether that's the norm, right?
I
Like
thought I said ethics. I didn't know that I said utilitarian or like greater
yeah,
good here.
no, yeah,
Well,
I mean
perceived greater good.
it just depends. Yeah, I guess it depends on how it really doesn't matter what I think. It just depends on what
Actually, that's
society
yeah,
it depends on what society believes, right? Like I might say like, yeah, you know what? If AI has true agency, right? And yeah, it's probably not ethical, but not that's not my opinion doesn't matter. What matters is what how society begins to shape and form and think about this and what society is willing to accept. And then that's where the singularity goes off the rails and terminators happen, right? Like
totally. And just to prevent Terminators, Enable is here. We will totally accept $100 million in funding, and I will permanently confine AI to Windows 95.
and that's a guarantee.
Wah, wah, wah.
So
But
I yeah, so I guess we should wrap it up here.
I know, because
Um
that's a great ending on what does eternal torment and hell look like for AI? Windows 95.
well, and I think people are I think to land the plane, I think that people are probably wondering like because this has been a fun episode and we could probably keep going for hours, but um do I have to worry,
No.
right? That's I think that's what people are wondering
No.
is do I have to be worried?
Not today, not tomorrow, not next year, not 3 to 5 years. I honestly could if anybody tells you any different, I would say they're a liar. In 3 to 5 years, I don't think anybody can predict what is about to happen. That's how fast things are moving. And with quantum developments and the
Mhm.
speed of AI and the speed of
Yep.
democratization of information, there is nothing after 3 years that I would ever feel confident in predicting.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. I think the other thing at the end of the day too is I think you were saying it earlier, like whatever happens is gonna be it's gonna be human driven.
I think that's the key. Like, honestly,
So
I think
like
that's the nail in the
it
head right there. Like,
yeah.
somebody somewhere is going to be the key or the mechanism by which this
Mhm.
becomes the topic in real life news. Not
Mhm.
just us ideating on a podcast, not just us seeing the future through the lens of what we've experienced, but like true oh shit moments are going to
Mhm.
happen because of people, not because of AI. And
Yep.
I do feel confident in saying in the next 3 years it will be people oriented.
I would agree. History repeats itself too, so that's there's a natural there is a natural cycle to things, and I think everyone's worried about big bad things happening. Well, yeah, it's part of who we are. right?
Future podcast, not for today. But
Sure.
I mean, let's just take Ukraine and Russia,
Hmm.
and let's say that we just put our agents inside of drones.
Nope.
Why
New
not?
topic.
But
Oh
like,
my
how
gosh.
fast is
Yeah.
Russia not in Ukraine?
Right.
And
Yeah.
not
Oh,
because
oh
they
yeah.
pulled out. They didn't have an opportunity.
Hmm.
Overnight, hundreds of thousands of drones eliminated every human that it thought
Yeah.
was Russian.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully they're not Ukrainian, but like, let's be real. How fast is that
Stuff
going to happen?
happens.
Like,
Yeah.
dude, I actually said this yesterday with someone who was asking me a question. Give me 10 big dogs, give me 2479s or 249s, saws, let me throw them on
Hmm.
their back and give me GPT-4o and let me
Yep.
send them on their merry way, and I will wipe Russia right out of Ukraine.
Well, if somebody wants to give us hundreds of millions of dollars in investment, we can build a defense system for your home that
I mean, honestly, we don't even need that. Like, shoestrings, we'll strap that shit together. Like, police will not be able to SWAT team your house without getting up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I know James
but
is like, oh God, John, shut the up. But like that, that's where we're at. We're at a level that like
yeah.
we can only stop what we build in the system. It's not going to know a robber from police. It's going to know that the homeowner said those people should not be in my house. Shoot them. And that's it. Unless you build that system and you build in rules
Yeah. Right.
that
Right.
like
Yeah.
say visually, if you see a badge and you see this and this is the way that they're dressed, don't kill the SWAT team. Like, they're going to do it. It's not going
Hmm.
to stop until every single person stops moving. And there's nothing that any human is going to do about it. There's no amount of SWAT team. There is no SWAT team that's prepared for this. And this is coming from personal experience and intelligence and like doing entry.
Hmm.
There is no 4-man squad, 8-man squad that's going to enter a room if I have 140 with a shotgun, which is scary. But
Yeah.
like, go to YouTube and Google it, or Google it in YouTube. That doesn't make sense.
Good.
But yeah, just search it. But it's already out there and it's open source. You can build it yourself if you want to.
Yeah.
So we're reaching that point of like
Well, yeah.
AI
And then
warfare is actually going to be in the next 2 years. I guarantee it.
100%. And it's already in cyber warfare, right? But you're
Ooh, good
talking
point,
about like
James.
you're talking about physical warfare.
Physical
Yeah.
people dying because AI made a choice to kill them.
Yep. And so that's where we're going to conclude the episode.
AI kills. That's the title of the episode. No, please don't title it that.
No. Tag.
Please don't title it AI kills. Like, we don't want to be associated with that brand. And
No.
don't include this in TikTok. But
Yeah.
seriously, I think that the cool there's so much empowerment, there's so much things that are about to happen for humans that
Yeah, I think that for
we
yeah,
talked a lot
for
of doom and gloom. I want to circle back to like the
well,
real shit.
yeah. But I think what we're talking about is real, right? Because it reflects human nature, right?
Ooh, dangerous.
Like, well, I mean, it's true.
It is
Like
true.
there's good and bad.
I won't
There's good
disagree
and
with you
bad.
there.
There always is. There's good and bad. And so like when we're using AI, let's be responsible, right? Let's bring good to
But
the
what
world
is
with what we do.
responsible? Dude, this is another
But
podcast. This is another
okay, well, we
podcast,
can
man, because like your responsible is not my responsible.
well,
We both
I
know that. We both agree
we
with there.
that's true. That's true, but
And
I think
but like still
I think there's I think we
we
have
are
I think there's
closer aligned than the average person.
there's a system of common values that people have, like in general, like it's probably not right to like
Kill people?
program AI to go and like murder people, right? Like that's
Says
not
the person who asked the trolley problem.
that is that is in no way, shape, or form Same thing
Seems like
here.
entrapment. Entrapment.
That is not okay. How much
All right,
bourbon
this has been a fun podcast. I absolutely had a blast. And James, thank you very much for the commentary. We have the
Absolutely.
for everyone else that doesn't listen to this, this is literally every video game that we play together. Most days, most debates, most anything, we sit here and do this, and we give each other we bounce ideas off each other back and forth. We ideate, and this is like the most. James is like one of the most positive influences on my life because he is the balance in a lot of the things that I do from a technology and AI perspective.